Prince Fantiva.
Mr. Chairman.
Today's session will consider the revised proposal for the safe continuation of the Kingsgate Metro link. Prince Fantiva, you may begin.
Mr. Chairman, honorable members of the Chamber, thank you for allowing me to present the revised recovery plan for the Kingsgate Metro link. I will come directly to the issue. The Kingsgate Metro link cannot remain suspended indefinitely, but neither can it resume until the Chamber is satisfied that the project can move forward under stronger and verifiable safeguards. The project currently faces three primary obstacles: insufficient inspection equipment, limited EOD personnel, and the growing financial impact on workers who have been left without income. My proposal addresses all three. Additional detection equipment will be brought into Lalang under temporary authorization. Every item will undergo both technical and security inspection by Lalang authorities. All of these processes are clear and can be reviewed.
Mr. Chairman, Prince Alron. Correct me, Prince Panthiva. The foreign supplier referred to in this proposal is Mr. Rattikan. You own brother, is it not?
That is correct, Your Highness.
Then, as I understand, you are telling us the safety of a national infrastructure project will now depend upon equipment provided through Prince Fantiva's own family? I am worried, honestly. When the institutions of this country fail to move quickly enough, you replaces the delay with your own private influence. Should a national project become dependent upon the family connections of one prince?
I have never concealed that Rattikan is my brother. But blood relation does not make certified equipment unlawful, Prince Alron. The process displayed behind me exists precisely to prevent private influence from replacing public oversight. I am not asking this chamber to trust my family. I am asking the chamber to verify the equipment before judging its source. Connections are not corruption. Using connections to escape scrutiny is corruption. However, I agree, Your Highness. No country should depend upon one person. That is why LALAC's agencies will operate the equipment. The data will remain under LALAC's control. LALAC personnel will be trained to continue the work without PTW. I do not want this country to need me forever. I want it to continue without returning to the beginning, even without me. The shortage of EOD personnel cannot be solved by creating unqualified specialists overnight. But trained workers can provide controlled support in areas that have already been assessed as low risk.
Controlled support. These workers are not explosive specialists. Prince Fantiva calls that participation. I call it using desperation to make ordinary people accept danger.
Their role is limited to observation with low-risk zones. They may not be explosives experts.
And a few days of training will make that sufficient?
No, Your Highness. It will not make them experts. It will teach them what to report, where to stop, and which procedures must never be ignored.
Understood. But as you report showing that you cover a plan to fund those payments for me personally, how generous sacrifice. But generosity becomes politically dangerous when it is used by Prince to influence citizens who have no other income. Are you trying to bribe them?
This is not charity. It is compensation for training, reporting, and legitimate support work. I stand before this chamber in two capacities: as a Prince of Lalac, and as a member of the family that owns PTW groups. I will not pretend those interests do not overlap. PTW and I can accept reduced profit. What I will not accept is the loss of another life of my people.
I may need to interrupt again, Prince Panthiva, as it seems a little confused of yourself. Your Highness shows about caring of workers' safety this much and yet still intends to resume operations within 1 week, when standard inspection clearly estimates require 4 to 6.
For me, 1 week is not a safety plan. More like it's a gamble the lives of Lalac's people. Your argument is based on incomplete information, Your Highness. I would call this plan as Tunnel Threat Mapping System, or TTMS. Why did you guys bring me up here? Why could this not be discussed in the meeting room downstairs?
We believe someone within our group is passing information to Prince Alarin.
Who?
Jeff.
No way. Jeff has worked beside me for years. If I cannot trust him, then there is very little reason to trust anyone. Perhaps not as many years as he has known Kamin, Your Highness. I have found some footages of them taken almost 5 years ago. It would have been before Jeff became Your Highness's assistant.
And the man in the middle?
I believe that's Simon, Your Highness, the leader of the rebellion group. But there is another possibility Your Highness should be known. There have been persistent reports within the network that Simon has a son. And Jeff could be his son. I have heard the name, but no verified photograph or current location has ever been released. How can you be certain this is him? Never underestimate the curiosity of a nerd like Inspector Kang Day. Once he becomes interested in something, he refuses to let go. So I have come up with a new security proposal for Your Highness. It is based on advanced systems used in military zones and critical infrastructure across several countries.
If Jeff is betraying you, then every plan you intended to present tomorrow is probably already in Prince Alern's hands. He will have prepared an answer for every point. I would call this plan as Tunnel Threat Mapping System, or TTMS. We are not proposing that the entire tunnel reopen 1 week. We are proposing that only zones verified as safe return to obtain continuous subject operation. Actually, this system is not a new thing. It is based on technology used around the world, in locations requiring the highest levels of security. Strategic tunnels, airports, military facilities, and critical national infrastructure. We are not proposing that the entire tunnel reopen at once. Red zones will remain restricted to EOD personnel. Yellow zones will undergo secondary inspection, while verified green zones may return to limited operation under supervision. This allows us to secure the tunnel section by section without forcing the entire project to remain inactive. Mr. Chairman, Prince Alron, a system of this scale will not come without considerable expense. Who owns the technology, who authorized its use, and how much more will Lalak be expected to pay?
I expected that question, Your Highness. What you see on the screen is the legally executed licensing agreement for this technology. This additional investment will be paid entirely by PTW groups. It will not alter the concession fee agreed when the construction contract was awarded. Lalak will not be asked to pay $1 additional. And in my hand is a certified copy taken from the original file. I am fully prepared to make available for further inspection by every member of this chamber in the interest of transparency. I will not call the deliberate destruction of the tunnel fortunate. The damage, fear, and disruption it caused are nothing to celebrate. But it is better that the vulnerability was exposed during construction than after the tunnel had opened to the public or full operation. We can correct the weakness now while access remains controlled, and before the potential loss of life become far greater. Which on these conclusions, PTW intends to invest more for security technology. The public receives greater protection, and Lalak gains a stronger model for the construct of future national infrastructure. PTW may lose part of its expected profit. But the project moves forward, the country pays nothing extra, and every party receives a meaningful benefit. There it is. After all the language of public safety, we finally return to the real concern. PTW protects its contract, avoids delay penalties, and secures the right to continue construction. Prince Alron is remarkably skilled at hearing only the words he wishes to hear. I said that every party benefits, not only TPW. Of course, PTW is a business. We're not running a charity, Your Highness. People work, and they are paid. A business invests, and it expects a return. It is the simplest principle of an economy. But the greatest beneficiary of this project will not be profit of PTW, but it will be for the people of Lalak. They will receive a modern transport network comparable to those of our neighboring countries, attracting foreign visitors and investment, creating growth in productivity, and bringing more money into the national economy. Is there any part of these outcomes Prince Alron still considers harmful to Lalak?
Order. The chamber will recess for the midday break. We will reconvene this afternoon for the final vote. You do understand that applause does not mean the motion has passed.
I am aware of that, Your Highness, but it does suggest that there are still people in this chamber who believe in me.
Then we shall let the numbers decide, little brother. Good luck.
I don't need a luck. Whoever had made such a pathetic little plan
has unintentionally given me the opportunity to rebuild the entire security system. I should thank him personally.
I told you to remain at the construction site, didn't I?
Yes, Your Highness.
Then what are you doing here?
I did not come as your escort or as your bodyguard.
Then in what capacity are you here?
Whatever Your Highness wants me to be.
You know what I want. All right, follow me.